Hello and welcome to Muddy Paws Crime Live. This evening we have Stephen with us, who is the owner of the stolen dogs Bruce and Logan. So welcome, Stephen, and thank you for coming on. We know it's a very emotional time, for you, but we'll try and get the dogs out there in the media as much as possible and try and get some information as to where they are so they can go home. So firstly, Stephen, can you let us know how Bruce and Logan were stolen, if you know, where they were stolen from and when?
They were stolen from my apartment on the 16th of July. It was a Thursday night. I went down to a friend's place at 9 o'clock in the evening, and I got home at about 1 o'clock in the morning. I locked my door before I went out and had the keys with me. I have a spare key hidden close to my apartment, and only two people knew where that was. And I was with one of those people, so I know for a fact it wasn't that person. When I came home then at 1 o'clock, I looked in my kitchen window and there was no dogs on a couch looking out the window waiting for me. So I went to unlock the door and the door swung in and went in fast, looked around the apartment and no sign of the dogs. I rang my friend straight away and he came up and we went straight down to the guards to report missing dogs. And we were up then until about 2-3 o'clock in the morning and searching around Bandon Town, and no trace of them whatsoever. Okay. So I know for a fact the door was locked.
So the other person that you're speaking about that knew where the key would be, did they know that you was out that evening, do you think?
They had a window open 24/7 at the time, and they could hear me when I go in, when I go out. If whatever I'm doing, they can hear it. What else?
So, I mean, one of my questions was going to be about the guard eye, if they was informed, which you've covered. Did you find them helpful at all with the information you gave?
No, quite the opposite. I told them straight away of who I suspected, and they haven't really done anything about it. And there's been a couple of instances since then, and that I've reported, and still haven't done anything about it.
And has anybody seen the dogs with the suspected person at all?
I've heard that there was 2 reports of people seeing them in an old green Postman version of a van, and one of the people I suspected used to drive an old Citroen Berlingo van, Postman green as well, so that got me going as well. And he is since after selling the van.
Okay. Did the guard eye give you any crime reference numbers or the obviously equivalent in Ireland?
The Bruce and Logan Facebook page. As far as I'm aware, it's posted there on one of the posters.
Okay. So obviously, you said about there's been a couple of sightings. Is there any other leads of information that have come to you from anybody or that you could maybe give to the Gardaí.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us, Stephen?
Yeah, sorry, I lost you there for a second.
That's okay. So would there be any other information that you think that could be passed to the Gardaí that they maybe could look into? I mean, Muddy Paws Crime is more than happy to help pressure the Gardaí for you and, get them to do what they should be doing, basically. I know they are particularly difficult to deal with.
Yeah, there's been nothing known in a couple of weeks. But every time I've been harassed by one of the people, I've always went down and rang the guards or showed up face to face straight away, and they still haven't done anything about it.
Okay, we can maybe have a chat after the live and we'll see how Muddy Paws Crime can help you with that. So, do Bruce and Logan have any distinguishing features that would stand them out from? Can you just say a little bit about their breed? Obviously, to everyone watching, we'll show pictures of them after. But if you can, anything that might stand them out that people can look for, or a way they walk, or anything like that.
Logan is a 6-year-old Jack Russell crossed with a Shih Tzu, and he has the undershot teeth of the Shih Tzu. Sorry, I'm stumbling my words there, no one all. He has the undershot teeth of a Shih Tzu. He's quite small. He's predominantly white with a brown patch on his back. He has the hairy body of a Shih Tzu as well. He is very, very friendly with everyone, dogs and humans. He is microchipped. So, as of yet, there's been no indications that he's been taken to a vet's or anything like that. Bruce then is Dorothy Cross. He's 2.5, 3 years old. He's the colorings, the black and tan colorings of Dorothy. He has got a white patch on a small white patch on his chest, so it might be quite distinguishable. Unfortunately, he's not microchipped, and unfortunately, that was my own fault for not getting them done. But I know microchips can be cut out of animals, and
Yes.
under
Have you got in touch with like all the vets in the areas just to advise and show photos of Bruce in case anybody takes him in to be microchipped?
Yeah, I've sent emails, I've sent pictures. Friends of mine have put posters up in various vets, shops all over West Cork. And still no word whatsoever since the 16th of July where they are.
And can you just let everybody know what year we're talking about? Was it last year or the year before?
It was last year,
last
2021.
Year. Okay. And are Bruce and Logan neutered?
No.
Okay. So the reason I ask that, do you fear that they could have been taken for breeding?
It's possible. I'm not going to say otherwise. It is possible. But one of the people I suspect of taking them is a dog lover, and I don't think that person would be cruel to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know.
Well,
I
that's
know.
not a good thing, but obviously need to get to the bottom of why they were stolen, if it was who you suspect, or obviously, I think going back to the burglary, which is a burglary, it's not just a pet theft we're talking about. I mean, they broke into your home. Um, did they take anything else apart from the dogs?
No, just the dogs.
Okay. So they knew what they were going for. It wasn't an
Yeah,
opportunist. It was a planned theft.
yeah.
Okay. So we generally ask this. If the thief or anyone that knows the thief is watching now or watches it as it's shared around all media, what would your message to them be?
Ah, hmm. Oh, how towards this? um, I just want my dogs back. They were my family. I've reared them since they were pups. Um, One of the people know how much I loved my dogs. Um, they were known all over Bandon in County Cork. Everyone loved them. They were very friendly. All right, fair enough. Bruce was a bit aggressive with other dogs, but I had him muzzled. Whenever I had him downtown, he was always muzzled. I am a great d- dog owner. Anything they want, if they're sick, they're being looked after straight away. I'd rather see them eating instead of me. Always have plenty of food ready for them. Um, I miss them terribly. I went into a very deep depression in the following the burglary of them. Um, Only for good friends and family. Um, uh, I wouldn't. I'd be very much in serious depression right now. Um, I'm Two good friends of mine gave me two other pups. Um, Zena is a Yorkie cross with a Bichon. She's about 9 months old at the moment. And Gabby is a 6 month old miniature Jack Russell. Well, at least I think she's a miniature anyway. Um, everything they're both chipped. It's just a shame we can't get trackers embedded into the chips so we can track them wherever they are. Um, I just basically want my dogs back. They were my life.
Yeah, I can see that, and this is why we're doing the lives, because one of the questions is sort of what impact has it had on you as a person and your life since the theft.
Yeah, I before the dogs went missing, there was some weird stuff happening around my place, and I was looking into get buying my own CCTV systems, and I had one ordered. Uh, on the Monday, the dogs were taken on the Thursday, and my system arrived the following Monday, just too late to catch anyone. And
Shame. Um,
since then, I have 24-hour CCTV footage of my new dogs. I'm barely I can't leave them at home for too long without checking the cameras. I can't go out with friends because of it. It's a joke. Like I thought I felt safe in my own apartment, but obviously not.
yeah, it's just heartbreaking. I mean, there's no words for all the trauma you owners go through. One of the questions, obviously, we don't expect you to elaborate on this, and we can talk personally about this to see if we can help you. One of the questions is, do you feel that the dogs were taken kind of out of spite? Maybe, I say, don't elaborate on it, but if something happened in the past, have they been taken due
Sorry, I lost sound there for a second.
Apologies. Do you feel that they, you know, if anything's happened in the past with who you suspect, do you think the dogs were taken out of like a spite, out of grudge to you
Yeah,
because of that?
definitely. Definitely. They knew exactly where to hurt me. They know that those dogs were my life. They rang ISPCA on me. Apparently the chief fella came down. He looked over them. He couldn't find anything wrong with the dogs. And since the ISCPA didn't take him, she took him on her own agenda to make it her agenda to take my dogs.
And how many times were they called on you, Stephen?
Once,
Okay. It could be
and
quite an important factor to actually mention this to the Gardaí, but we'll speak to you about that after also. Another question was, have you seen who you suspect lately?
yeah, I saw the two of them today as it happens. About half an hour, I saw one before we came on the live, 30 minutes beforehand, and I saw the other one at about 2 o'clock today.
When you see them, do you ignore them now, or do
Yeah,
they? You know, I'm guessing that a lot of the harassment is coming from them. That's just my own guess,
you'd
which
be
really
guessing
does need
right.
to be followed up. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. So, in the Cork area, you know, it's a suspect. If you do have the dogs, obviously they're not being walked because they would have been seen. What have you
Yeah,
done with them? You know, if you've sold them on, if there's any regrets, the Gardaí doesn't have to be involved. You can get in touch with Bruce and Logan's group, which I'll show you in a moment, or you can private message me at Muddy Paws Crime, and we'll see what we can do just to get the dogs home to Stephen. You know, they are Stephen's dogs, no matter what way you dress it up. As I say, Gardaí don't need to be involved, but we will do everything in our power if the dogs aren't home with Stephen to help him to find Bruce and Logan. Um, so, is there anything else that you want to add at this stage, Stephen, before we show Bruce and Logan's page and photos?
no, I just want them back. There was a reward offered when they first went missing, and no one has even came forward with any bit of information since then.
And
That reward is still standing. Providing the information is good.
okay. So, if the suspect, if you do have Bruce and Logan, if you know who has them now, yes, there is a reward. Not that anyone deserves a reward for pet theft, but there is a reward. So if anybody watching this knows where the dogs are, as I say, I don't need to be involved, but proof needs to be shown. So you know where they are and how they can get back. But please, please, please give information. You know, it's not just one person or two people know about Bruce and Logan. There must be people that know the suspects or where the dogs are now. Maybe someone's bought them in good faith. If you have, please still get in touch because they are Stephen's dogs. So I'm going to show now, you know what I'm like, I always say this, I'm not that tech. I will share my screen to show Bruce and Logan's Facebook page. There's a little video of the dogs also and a couple of photos. We'll also put them into the comments after the live. So if you bear with me. So this is Bruce and Logan's page, which is Find Bruce and Logan, stolen from P72, County Cork, Ireland. Bruce and Logan. This is a little video of them that Stephen's given us permission to show. And here are a couple of photos. Bruce and Logan. You can see as well how close they are with each other. And Bruce. So please, if anybody has information, please get in touch with Bruce and Logan's Facebook page. Or Stephen, can I just ask, do you have admin that help you with your page, or are you monitoring it yourself?
I have admin that help me. They have been absolutely brilliant. There's about 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many, but they have been absolutely brilliant, sharing pages and everything like that, and making up the posters. And I can't thank them and everyone that has joined the page so far. I can't thank them enough. I hope sooner rather than later we can bring a happy ending to this story. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating. I can't even think of any other words that I can say to describe it. It's not nice what happened.
No, there is no words. And, you know, as I say, if the person that has the dogs, took the dogs, knows where the dogs are, you have to give information. The dogs need to be home. I mean, there's no words for you otherwise if you know something and you're not speaking up. So there's plenty of admin that you can contact at the page. As I say, we can also offer Muddy Paws Crime. You can private message me. We will pass any information on to Stephen. And if the dogs aren't home, then the only alternative is that we try and back Stephen to help pressure the guard eye. So please, please, please let Bruce and Logan go home without any unnecessary, action that needs to be taken. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Stephen, for coming on. This will get shared around media. If anyone has already joined Bruce and Logan's group, can you please share the posts all over social media? And also the live to show the impact that it has on Stephen. And if anybody isn't part of the group, the links are already in the comments. If you can please join and share for Bruce and Logan to go home. Okay, well, thank you very much. And thank you again, Stephen. And
Thanks a million, Lisa. Thank you.